In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station, WLMR DB Radio.
Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned each and every week to Speak Out Your Issues with Miss Show You Right, Nadine.
And Sabrina.
And, of course, we have a great topic. We have a great guest with us this evening, Miss Donna Allen, who's a recording.
Hey, everybody.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A recording artist. And you know what? She wanted to talk about what's on her mind. That's our topic. What's on your mind with Donna Allen, who is a recording artist. And do y'all remember the song Serious? And we're going to have to play that when we air it. Yes, yes. Yes, indeed.
Serious.
Yes. And if you like, Miss Allen, you can tell our audience a little bit about yourself if you like.
Okay, well, my name is Donna Allen. I am a recording artist. I live in South Florida. I love people. I do enjoy people. I enjoy so much stuff. I enjoy also going to my church, which is a synagogue. I'm Jewish Christian. And I enjoy the Lord. I love music. I love recording music and just living my life, having fun, just having fun, lots of fun. And I love my family.
Oh.
I have a wonderful family, yeah.
And if you don't mind, how many siblings?
I have three other siblings. I have a twin sister. I'm a twin. I have a younger sister, and I have a brother. So I have three siblings.
Wow. You are a twin.
A lot of people don't know that.
That's why we have these interviews, so we can get the backstory stuff. Nobody knows.
Yes.
Right? I'm very, very close to my family members. Very close. My siblings and I. My mom raised us like that, and I just left them. They live in the west coast of Florida in Tampa, and I went to visit them recently. So for Thanksgiving, my son and I went over there, and we had a great time, and I'm back home now in South Florida, so it's all good. I just enjoyed them so much.
Yes, it's nothing like it, especially with the climate we've been in for the last year and a half, that, you really appreciate, take time out, and that's what I did. Just, you really...
Actually, like the climate, like we've been in with the COVID and all that kind of stuff, and the division of our people. I mean, it just really put everything in perspective. Family is everything. Without family, we have nothing.
Right.
Absolutely.
We have nothing. So I love my family. I enjoy them, my nieces, nephews, cousins. I go down there and see them. Plus, I have cousins in Key West, because that's where I'm from originally.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so we talk to them all the time. We're very close. We have a very close family.
That's
and
good.
Then family came in from Boston. They moved to Tallahassee, and they came down for Thanksgiving. It was so nice to see them. So we had a good time.
That makes a big difference. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. And that's good. Our first question is part of the title. Tell us about what's on your mind.
Well, what's on my mind is this music business. It has changed drastically. I mean, they have just deleted and omitted the older generation out of the recording field. It's just so crazy because we're the ones with the talent.
Oh, yes.
I mean, we're the ones with the real talent, and not knocking anybody. I'm sure, the recording artists that they have talent, whatever, but we're the ones that really, really devoted our time to music. Like, we didn't have Pro Tools back then. We learned our craft on stage. We had stage presence. I mean, it's everything. I just think that they shouldn't omit us out because with age, we know better, we do better, and I just think that it's really sad. that. So now we just get our own record company and put our own music out, which is a good thing because, you know, most like even the young kids, they don't need record companies anymore.
Right.
You know, so,
right.
Yeah, they do their own thing, having their own labels and stuff like that. So
yes.
That's what's on my mind. I just think that it's so sad that we can't even get the promotion that they give the young people. So I'm just trying so hard to you know, get the promotion, radio and all. It's just radio changed. Everyth's changed.
Yeah. True.
Everything has changed.
It's like to have it lighter, but really, I'm with you in reference to all that hard sweat and tears of look, learning those steps, and to me, that's the best way to do it. Learn how to do everything for yourself versus you know, everything kind of prefab for you, and you're not doing nothing. But
when you look at the artists today, I don't see. Like I don't see any stage presence. I don't see real singing or real rapping unless they got like Pro Tools where they put all their vocals inside the recordings and stuff. I don't see them doing it. You know, like it's just really sad to me. And people pay all this money to go see them, and they're not really seeing the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not.
True.
They're not really seeing a show. I mean, when people are really singing or rapping, they're not really seeing that. So, you know, it's just really crazy. I like DJ Cassidy. I mean, he's bringing on a lot of older people now, you know, like on his show. I mean, they sing, he brings on all of these, these recording artists back in the day, and they just sing a little bit of their music, and he pass it on to another recording artist. And it's so refreshing to see that because you get to see all these stars back in the day, and they're still doing their thing.
Right,
you know,
right.
So I like his show. I watch it all the time. It's DJ Cassidy, and I just love his music, and I love what they do with the older audience, you know, stuff like that. The older artists. It's just really refreshing to see that. So
right, and is that based? Is he an internet radio or?
Yeah, he's doing that. I think it's through BET, but you can see it on Instagram. You can see it on Facebook.
Okay.
I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what he's doing. You can see it on YouTube. Go to DJ Cassidy. You see all the stars and stuff. You know,
Cassidy,
it's really nice.
Is that with the C?
DJ Cassidy.
Is it with is it a CASSIDY? Okay, great.
See it on YouTube. It's really, really awesome.
And that's
I appreciate him so much that he's doing that because it shows back in the day that you had to sing. You had to have talent.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's amazing what he's doing. It's amazing.
Well, that's like you
hundreds of thousands of views, so it's really, really nice.
So how long has he been doing that?
It's a good while. I'm trying to get on it myself, so I got to reach out to him. I'm trying to reach out to him because he's bringing people in my era. He's bringing all these people up, so you know,
people that like to listen to good music and the performance. Music. Hey, that's how they all stayed thin, right? Because they did those moves.
I just watched him tonight with it was Stephanie Mills. It was
wow.
What's the girl that sing? It was oh God, what is her name? It was Gloria Gaynor. It was Thelma Houston. I mean, it was Blondie. It was Daryl Hall from Hall & Oates.
Right.
All these people, you know, they passing by. It was so good. I just love it. I love his show.
It makes you want to get up on the floor and dance.
It makes you want to dance. And you only singing like maybe 10 minutes of a song, and then you pass it to someone else. And he has it mixed so well. He's brilliant.
Oh, wow.
He's a young guy.
What? Okay.
Yeah, young guy. Yeah, he's doing really well.
I would have to check him out.
Please do.
Of course, anything else in reference to, you know, other than just like you're saying, bring the good old-fashioned music back. And You know, with what we've been going through, and even a lot of the younger generation like the music that
they do.
that we
They
grew
love
up
our
on.
music.
Yes.
Yeah, they are incorporating it in their music. So.
Oh yes, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So, Sabrina, you have any questions or comments that you'd like to ask?
Oh, absolutely. You know I can wait. Because this is like right up my alley because, you know, Miss Ali and I talk about this quite often. We had some artists that we've been featuring older artists on our show as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so what we talked about in this is that what you did back then, they don't do now. They have auto-tune. They have, you know, all these different things, but they didn't, you know, our singers today are not discrediting any of them, right?
Yes.
But, you know, you all had to put, you know, rubber soles to the road. You had to go to auditions. You had to sing live. You know, some of these radio broadcasts required you to sing like Casey Kasem and Soul Train and all of them, you know, invited you on to sing live and literally could like get into it and just feel this music, right? And you literally had to sell your music.
Yeah.
You had to prove yourself. You could not, you know, you couldn't lip sync like they do in the day. Play a track and you lip sync to it. They wanted to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Like, they want to know what you know. They don't want to know for sure. Because if they said, wait a minute, you get out here, you can't sing those radio. And back in the day, your radio was the thing. If you couldn't sell it on the radio, you were out of gas.
Exactly.
So, you know, when you sent that record over to that radio broadcast, look, let me tell you something. If you didn't have it, they were like, you know, hey, we're not putting that trash on our platform. No. So, you know, to see all of the older artists back in the day, these are the giants. You know, and I say this in our other shows. These are the giants on the shoulders that today's artists, some of today's artists are standing on.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that they're doing is taking the old music, right, and they're mixing it with their music.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's nothing really original. You're just taking somebody else's track and piling your stuff on that track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And so, you know, I want to say this to you because I want you to know I did see it because I'm a big fan of The Voice. So that was my next question. Like, what was it like being on The Voice? What was it like working with them and being on this platform? I totally loved it when I saw you on there, and you know, to see not just a young audience, young singers, but they have the older as well. And I just watched how Christina and I think it was Alan was fighting over. It was so good.
Oh,
I was like, yes, she was doing her thing. Okay. And if you don't mind, if I'm catching you off guard, and if you're not comfortable, please just say, "Girl, I have to talk to you another time."
Well,
you sang one of my favorite songs, "You Are So Beautiful," right?
Oh, thank you. You like that?
What is going on? So if you don't mind, I mean, if you can just sing a little of "You Are So Beautiful" right now, if you're feeling comfortable, you know, I would love, I mean, just for me, this is my, you know, my,
yes. So beautiful.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
You are so beautiful. Can't you see everything I hope for? Everything I need. You are so beautiful to me.
Oh.
That drove it my bad, okay? Thank you.
You're welcome, Mama. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I love singing. It's a gift from God because, you know, I didn't know I could sing. I was dancing first. I didn't even dance on Soul Train before I was singing.
See?
And so it was like a full circle. You dance on Soul Train. I was in a national dance contest on Soul Train. And then I'm on Soul Train. So it was, God is so good. I mean, sometimes we don't know how God put us in these positions, you know?
Right.
I'm just so, look, I will never stop singing. I don't care what the business go through, what it goes through. I won't ever stop singing.
Wow.
It's my calling. It's what I do. And I just thank God for it.
And I could hear it in your voice. And that was going to be a question I was going to ask you. But you must have been reading my mind because that's exactly what you just did. Answered that question. That is, if you would ever stop singing, and you just answered it. No, that's good, and it's always good to know, you know, yourself as well as what you want and don't want. And like you say, by the grace of God, letting you know what you need to do, you know.
Exactly.
So that was great, Sabrina. I'm so glad you asked her because I had thought about asking her, but I said, well, but that's good. It's always good. It's so good to be impromptu and be ready. That's the main thing, being ready.
Oh, yeah. Stay ready.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Stay ready.
Yes, and just wanted to ask you, how did you get started singing?
Well, I got started it was a friend of mine, and she came to my house. I think I was about 17 years old, and she fell in love with a guy, and she said, I'm getting ready to elope. And I told my brothers, because her brothers were the band members, they were the musicians. I told them that you my replacement. I said, well, why you told them that? I can't sing.
Wow.
I'm telling you the truth. This actually happened. And so, but I wasn't afraid. I was always ready. And so I said, you know what, I'll go ahead and try it. I'll do it. And the first night when I went on, I heard when I went up to the dressing room, I heard the guy say, hey, man, that beat can't sing. But it didn't bother me. It was so strange. It really did not bother me. It just kept me going. And guess what? He was the first person to call me to ask me, could he write on my album? I told him no.
See?
You gotta be careful.
See?
Yes, he did. Don't know.
It's just how people, you know, want to put bad apples out before they even know that they good. And just because.
It's called judging. And the word says, judge not. Okay, unless you be judged. So when you judge others, you really don't know, you know, what you're doing to yourself.
You don't.
And so, and you don't know what a blessing looks like. A blessing is, for me, a blessing is always in disguise. It never jumps out at you and say, hey, I'm a blessing, because, you know, it doesn't do that because, of course, because of who we are. If we knew it was a blessing, we'd act right all the time. Right? We'd always be on our best behavior.
No one coming from around the corner.
Come on now. So we would never mess up. We'd always be on our best behavior. And people would never know your true character.
Yeah.
You know, and Miss Ali has this saying that she says, imprint the character that y'all gave you.
That's right.
So when you wear the character that he has placed on you, that never changes. Right? Yeah. So it's always important to I am one that I expect the unexpected. Right? I look for it. I expect the unexpected. Right? Yeah. I look for something different. I want to see the different.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm always preparing myself for the different. And it's those ones. I'm like this. I'm this kind of shopper, right? So I go in the store and I see a dress that does not look so attractive on the hanger, right? That's the first thing I pull. Because 9 times out of 10, the ones that look nice on the mannequin and look nice on the hanger, when I try it on, it doesn't look nice on me.
Right.
Baby, let me pull that one that's looking kind of crazy on the hanger, and I go try that thing on. Bam! What? So you always, I always look for the unexpected. I always look for the underdog, right? Yeah. Someone you would not expect, because those are the ones that will blow your mind. My mind get blown every day. I'm surprised I still have a mind. Okay. But, you know, I appreciate you for saying that. I really do, because, you know, when you didn't know who I was, you judged me. Now you found out what my talent was. Now you want to exploit it. Well, no, you don't get to do that. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. And I didn't feel bad about saying that or nothing. It is what it is.
You said it with so much authority. No. I love it.
Okay.
It was an experience, and you know, and all I think is like how God just lead us, and sometimes we haven't a clue, but we just got to stay. We just got to stay on that realm. If you stay righteous, do your best to stay righteous. The Lord will just lead you.
He will lead and guide.
Amen.
His word says that in all of our ways, acknowledge me, and I will direct your path.
That's right.
Yeah. The Lord
That's
will lead
true.
you. I just believe that with everything in me. So, you know.
Yes, indeed. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
So your career got started, you said around 14, or you were singing before then?
No, I was. It got started around. I would say around 17.
So were you ever in like any choirs or club?
No.
You know, groups. So you just used to sing around the house?
No.
Most people, you know, they be.
In fact, let me tell you this. I'll tell you the honest to God truth. I never liked musicians and singers. I thought they were weird. And I never wanted to be a singer. Never. I never practiced none of that.
Wow.
I know now. I'm telling you, I know it was from the Lord. That's what He wanted me to do.
Yeah. The thing that you didn't like. The thing you didn't like.
Yeah.
You know, He showed you, hey, that He had the power and gave you the voice. That's right. Yes, ma'am.
He used some people to lead me to that.
Oh, okay. Wow. And how many years has been since you've been singing?
Over 30 years.
Look at that. She almost put me in the mind. Do you know Shirley Diamond? Donna, I'm not for certain if you're familiar with Shirley Diamond. That's Shirley Diamond. She's one of my best friends. She kind of, Donna kind of talked like her. And I just want to give kudos to Mr. Charles Gear for, you know, having us to meet and definitely to talk with you, because our audience, you know, whenever they hear our show, you know, they can take away a lot of good things from our guests, and that's the most important thing. One of the most important things that I think is so great, because you know they hear us talking about real life situations and other, you know, people experiences and so forth, and just the way it is today. You know, when you're sitting back listening, you know, you kind of get a little wisdom from hearing our guests talk. So really appreciate you being candid and letting the world know a little bit about, you know, your history and what's on your mind, and, you know, history of singing, how you got started. All of that is definitely is important.
Well, thank you so much for that. That's so nice. Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem.
I enjoy telling my truth, and it is what I do. It's you know, I've never had a day job except when I was 15 years old, because I was a singing singing.
Wow.
And ever since then, I've been just singing.
Yes.
Once you introduced me, that was it.
Right. And
So,
hey, that right there, I can hear it in your voice, like I mentioned earlier. You know, you have the energy, you have where you love what you do. And that's the best thing to keep you living. When you love what you're doing, okay? Because you're not going to be worrying about a thing, like Stevie Wonder used to say. You're going to be worrying about a thing.
When you love what you do, you don't feel like you're working.
Right.
You know, it just happens, and you just doing it.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
You know.
Is there any other questions you'd like to ask Miss Sabrina?
Yeah, so I love, the one question I want is more of a lesson, given the opportunity, because I am about foundation.
Yes.
When you have a foundation, it's not easy for you to fall. Even a house that has a solid foundation, even if the house catches on fire, they'll able to rebuild because the foundation is solid.
Foundation is solid.
So when it's hard to destroy a solid foundation.
Yeah.
Right. And my heart, and I feel, because I grew up around artists. My mom was a singer. I grew up around Betty Wright and Paulette Reed and Thomas Jones, and I went through that, in that scene. So to see how hard they had to work.
Betty Wright was a good friend of mine.
Yes,
I talked to her all the time before she passed. Even before she passed, I talked to her a week before she passed.
Wow, and my mom, Donna Marie Jones, my mom, back in the day, she sang with Casey and the Sunshine Band. So she was on one of the.
Casey is my good friend too.
She designed some of their outfits. I mean, just growing up around this music and hearing all of this. But one thing I did see was I got to see the blood, the sweat, the tears, the fears, the anguish, the heartache, the heartbreak.
Yeah.
Right. These are things that you don't see in the background. I got to see when you want to write your own music and the label is saying, well, not right now.
Right.
Or, that's not the thing right now. And it's almost as if your voice was silenced. And so when Prince came along and he was tied to this label and he had this, tattoo on his face that said slave, meaning his voice was silenced for so long because here you have a musical genius and you're quiet in his voice because you want to put your content out and not understanding what that means to give, have an artist to have their own voice. That is almost like placing them in a wheelchair and sitting them in front of the window. Right? Exactly. That's something you don't do. So I watched all of this take place in the background. I watched the fights and the arguments and watching them, vie for time, radio time, television time, stage time. All of that was important. The fights were important because it was saying, it was validating you. I worked hard to get on that stage. And for you to take 2 minutes from me, it's 2 minutes too long.
Exactly.
So, and I saw all of this. And for me, I was like, you know what? I don't want this. I don't want to get into this.
It's not for the weak. I'm telling you straight.
It's not for the timid of heart. It is not. You got to be able to knuckle up.
It's not for the person. You got to be strong.
When I tell you knuckle up, and I really mean that, fight will break out back there for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So, and I watch, I said, that's not what I want. I don't want to be a part of all of that.
It really fast.
It matured me.
It will mature you.
To see my mom. Yes. And to see my mom come home literally broken.
Yeah. It's not
from just going through all of that. But what I did turn out doing is I turned out to be a songwriter. So I'm a writer. I write songs. I write poetry. I'm a writer. So, but, you know, and I did what you just said. I started because this is my music, because this is my voice, and I will not be silent. I have my own record label. On purpose.
Okay.
So, and I know the value of owning your own and not allowing somebody else to take what you worked hard to get and then they own it.
Exactly.
You know,
you got to own your own publishing.
You have to own your own stuff.
Okay,
when I say record label publishing,
right.
You own your own. Don't sell yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't let somebody else exploit your talent, right? And knowing what that's like. So I know I went the long way around it, but I just needed everybody to understand how it is in the industry. And I can say it's probably still the same way. Probably.
It is.
You know,
ain't nothing changed. Just
well, okay.
That's exactly right. So I wanted to ask you, in the time that we have, could you talk to our young listeners, or let me rephrase that, anyone that's looking to get into this industry, what foundation should they build upon, and what should they do to maintain? Because a lot of them are losing weight.
Okay, let me tell you all, we need to take a station break.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay? Because right now, I've been like trying to get in. It's so powerful of what you all are saying, and definitely getting deeper. But right now, let's take a station break and just remind everyone that you are on Speak Out Your Issues with Miss Shirley Wright, Nadine, and Sabrina on WLMR DB Radio. And we will be right back.
Mamita! Ay, look at that. Yeah. Big time. Chulita. Hey, man. What's happening with Donna? Oh, man, she's cool. But I gotta play the field, you know. So. Ay, woo. Mamita. Look at that. So fine. Take care of her.
Baby, tell me, are you serious? Hey boy, you got me so delirious. Why don't you stop playing games? Ooh boy, do you think you'll ever change? Baby, I don't know what I should do about you. You sure make me feel like loving you. You sure do. Come on, baby. Don't tell me your heart belongs to someone else. Baby, I just can't be killing myself. No, you got me going round and round. Honey, I can't seem to settle down. Baby, I don't know what I should do. No, about you. You sure make me feel like loving you. You sure do. Come on, baby. Talk.
Everything was fine, then I broke your heart. So I'm telling you now, like I told you then, we can't be lovers, let's just be friends.
Baby, I don't know what I should do. No, about you. You sure make me feel like loving you. You sure do. Come on, baby.
I'm breaking hearts since we claim the fame, and I don't know if I'm gonna change. But if I'm really gonna be your man, I gotta change my ways if I can.
Talk about serious. Talk about serious.
Are you and me right from the start? Everything was
Swag, man, I'm so serious. What's wrong, Rob?
Again, thank you all for staying tuned to Speak Out Your Issues. Speak Out Your Issues each and every week. And we had a powerful show going, but right before we had to take a station break. Okay, Miss Sabrina. Hello.
That was my question. I'm sorry. I'm just
Could
waiting for her
you?
answer.
No,
I apologize.
because we took a station break, would you mind asking a question
Repeat the
for our
question.
listeners? Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the question was about foundation. What is a solid foundation for our up and coming artists or those that are in the industry, and how can they sustain and survive without burning out or getting to that point that they just say, you know what, it's ending it all.
Yeah. The first and most important thing I would tell any singer, musician, football player, basketball player, anybody that's in the industry, dancer, the first thing I would say is to know yourself. Really, really know yourself. Because if you don't, you believe anything they say. So you have to really know who you are. Know who you are and stand on the ground, especially in Yeshua and Jesus. Know who you are. Just know who you are. If you don't, you'll fall for anything. Anything they say, you will fall for it. That's the most important thing. Secondly, it is the music business. And what you need to do is learn the business. You got the talent, but you must know that business. Because without the business, you can have all the talent you want. You can have all the songs you want. You will get played.
Wow.
If you don't know that business. It's very, very important. Thirdly, get the right people that truly, truly believe in you. Truly believe in you and believe in your spirit. Not just for that money. You need to get a family member, somebody that you trust to get in the business. And fourth, you need to get you a great entertainment attorney.
Wow.
Entertainment attorney. Must be not no real estate attorney, not no criminal attorney. You need to, I don't care if they can read it, you need to get a good entertainment attorney. Because the smallest words, and, if, but, all those words can change that whole contract.
Great information.
To negotiate your deal. It's very, very important.
Right.
Number one is you got to know yourself. You got to know who you are in this business. You got to know who you are. If you don't, you fall for anything, and that'll mess up your entire career. Your entire career is gone. That's it.
Excellent points to give anyone that's in any kind of business, but definitely talking about the music business. But you're right. Know stuff for yourself. You may have the accountants and the CPAs and everybody around you, but always know how that stuff
know who you are. If you know, you got to know who you are. Stand on that strong. I am an artist. I'm great at this. This is what I do. This is the sound I want to do. You got to know who you are. And you can't trust nobody.
Right.
Trust your family. You trust nobody in this industry. I don't care if it's your best friend. Because people change when you make it. You don't change, the people change. People change when you make it in this business. Your friends will get jealous of you.
Oh, wow.
You know, they change. So know who you are. Know who you are. I'm telling you.
Yes.
And get you a good entertainment lawyer. If you're in entertainment, that's what you want. You get an entertainment lawyer.
Excellent point.
It's like with the criminals. When the criminals do criminal stuff, they got to get a criminal lawyer. If you do real estate, you got to get a real estate lawyer. So it's important.
Right.
And stand on what you believe. Stand on it.
Hey, you said that with passion. All of that. Man.
I mean it. That's it.
And that's like they say, good talk. Was it any part 2 of her question, Sabrina, that you brought up?
Hello? Are you there?
I'm here. Let me see.
Can you hear me?
We couldn't hear you at first.
Yeah, I didn't have my mouthpiece. I just wanted to say, it was so important because, like I was saying when we were off air, so many of our young artists are checking out. They're committing suicide. They're giving up because their voices were taken, and they were taken for a ride, like you said. And then the pressure, because once you sign on the dotted line, you sign literally almost your soul away.
Oh yeah.
You are a slave to that industry.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. Like she said, you got to get a good entertainment because or
right
changes everything.
Changes the whole. You can have a word that says and it'll change that. The and will change that whole contract. But will change that whole contract.
Yes.
This will change that. Yes. So it's very important that you get there and that you know what your contract says.
Exactly.
I'm glad. Like back in the day, I didn't know the business. I just wanted to sing. So, but I'm so happy that I went through what I did because I dare you to bring a contract to me. What?
You know now. So you know
now.
now.
You to bring a contract to me. I'm going to
have your magnifying glass and go line by line, word by word. Look, have the dictionary. If I got to look that up, situation.
That's why they don't want to sign artists like me, because we know.
Because they know the industry.
Exactly.
And what you said earlier, you just answered your own question as to why they are fading and not wanting to work with the older artists.
Yeah.
Because you can't pull the wool over your eyes.
You can't. We've been there and done that.
Right.
Anything, and you know your rights.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So why work with someone that know how to fight for themselves and defend themselves when they can get a young artist that is just coming up and they're struggling, they're in the ghetto, they figure if they give them a $50,000 signing bonus, they just gonna wild out, sign on the dotted line and not read until they really get into this business and they're burning out because they're being prostituted basically. You can sing anywhere, sign anywhere, dance anywhere, go anywhere. You can be at the North Pole singing with some briefs on. You can't say anything because it's a part of your contract.
Yeah.
So
if a record company gives you $250,000, let me tell you something. They value you, and they're ripping you. And guess what? If you don't know the business, that's all you're getting. $250,000.
That's it. And you will make them millions.
Yes, you will make them millions, and they believe in your music, everything.
Exactly. Yep. And you will make them millions, and you will
Lord.
into the industry. And they will have you making 10 albums,
Yes, ma'am.
5 years, and you can't go anywhere. You're And if they want to sit you down for the next 2 or 3 years and you can't make music with anybody else, there's not a thing you can do because they will sue you for everything you worth. So you got to be careful. So I'm glad that you put that out there. And I pray that our listeners are listening. And you
only get $250,000 and they get millions and millions and millions.
And they get millions. They make money off of you hundreds and thousands of times. And what people don't understand is the reason why these artists do concerts and stuff, because you don't really make music off of the record. You make music off of the you make music off of your concert.
Exactly. People don't buy music no more, so you making music off of your concert.
Exactly.
And they want a piece of that. They want a piece of that.
Exactly.
Right.
If you sign with a company like today, they're not making money off of music no more. So it streams and all that kind of stuff. They making money off of your concert, which you booked on and stuff. So that's how they make their money.
Very interesting.
Spotify, and all these, iHeart and all these other platforms is just to build and grow your following.
Exactly.
But once you start making the music and you make these albums and you have a large enough following, yes, you will have some that will. A lot of people will buy your albums, but they're gonna look forward to those concerts. And so a lot of the artists really struggled during the pandemic because of they weren't able to make any money during that time because everything was shut down. So that was during a time that a lot of them went into deep depression. They didn't know what else to do because that's all they had, right? And they just checked out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Know who you are. Know who you are. Know who you are.
And like you said, if you literally and you kept saying, you literally said, you'll fall for anything. If you don't stand for something, you will fall.
Oh yeah.
For anything. So you have to stand for what you believe in and what you know is right, and to your own self be true.
Yeah.
Know yourself and not let somebody tell you who you are.
Anybody that, because you'll fall for anything. And I mean that. That's the way it is.
Yes.
You're powerful for anything.
Well, definitely it sounds like, Donna, you've definitely had experience to know, and that's a great thing because, like Sabrina mentioned, hey, you can't get over on a person who knows. They don't want you to read the fine print. But this is a great discussion. Again, you're on Speak Out Your Issues with Michelle, you right, Nadine and Sabrina, on WLMR DB Radio. And just a quick reminder, we do air every Sunday, 6 Eastern Standard Time, via WLMR DB Radio. Tune in. All of our recordings are on iHeart Radio. But we'll go ahead and get with the next question. What do you do for fun in helping Donna?
Well, for fun, I'm telling you, I first of all, I love my family. I'm always with my family. I'm always with my son. And I enjoy television a lot. So I'm getting into acting. I really enjoy that.
Oh, okay.
And I just enjoy television. I go out to eat sometimes, but I haven't since the pandemic because I'm being careful.
Right.
And so I'm just home, just doing my thing, girl. I'm doing a lot of interviews, so that's good. I'm doing a lot of interviews.
Yes.
Maybe recording again with my house music that I was recording years ago. I got some big house music hits in the UK.
Oh.
And the guy who did my house music, he's the producer. He wants to record with me again. So I said, oh my gosh, that's good because I have at least 4 or 5 hits with him in the UK. So I'm really happy. I'm waiting for him to call me when he's ready. So it's all good.
That's good. And your hit song, Serious. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
The series was written in 86, 87, and I wrote the song, and it became a big hit. I didn't want it to be the first release because it didn't show my vocal ability. I thought, but the producers felt like that was the song for the first release, and it became a big hit. So they was right about that. I was wrong. They was right. It became a big hit, and I did the video on that. And the series became a big hit. And Joy and Pain was by Frankie Beverly. And that also became a big hit. So.
Oh yes, I've listened to them, and of course, listeners, I will play that on our show. Definitely may play both of them. But I just thought about that. Is it anything else you'd like to ask or any comments, Miss Sabrina?
Yeah, I would like to say to your audience that whenever you're ready, whenever you have time or whatever, follow me. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm at Donna Allen Music, which is Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn. Donna Allen Music. That's DonnaAllen Music, MUSIC. Donna Allen Music. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and LinkedIn. I'm not on Facebook.
Okay. Okay.
That was going to be my next question. How can we follow you? How can we find you?
Yeah.
How can we know what you have coming up?
Yes.
And thank you again. And if you could just please repeat that for our audience and how we can follow you.
Of course, that's at Donna Allen, Donna. That's Donna, Allen, Allen, Music, MUSIC, at Donna Allen Music. That's on Instagram. It's on TikTok. It's on Twitter. It's on LinkedIn.
Okay, great. And any other comments from you, Miss Sabrina?
I just want to say I thank you so much, Sabrina and Nadine. I really, really enjoyed that conversation. It was great. Give Levi and Charles my love, and I look forward to speaking with you again.
Hey.
We look forward to speaking with you as well.
Yes.
And Miss Ali, my favorite, quote that the Holy Spirit gave me was, when you know your value, no one can ever diminish your
That's
work.
right. And you know what else I love? My favorite, this what keeps me grounded. Greater is He in me than in the world.
Oh,
Greater.
Amen.
It's God. He is in you than in the world.
He that is in the world.
That's right. So that right, if you remember that scripture, that right there alone, every time you get into something that you feel like maybe you don't feel good about, you just remember that scripture. Greater is He in me than in the world. You don't have to settle. You can do what's right for you. Don't settle, because greater is He in you than in the world.
Greater is He in. That's great.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite scriptures.
Yes, ma'am.
I keep that with me all the time.
Okay.
Greater is He in me than in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's better with Him.
So happy Hanukkah. It is Hanukkah for me, the third day of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, all that stuff to you guys.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And of course, Miss Sabrina, you have any other comments before we have to get off the air? It's been fun, and don't really want to get off the air again. Like Sabrina mentioned, you're always welcome back. We do have another podcast. We will have you back on that one if you don't mind. And we usually record on that one on Thursdays. So we'll definitely let you know when the opening is available. It's been a pleasure, with you. Definitely on our show this evening, Miss Sabrina.
Thank you. All I want to do is say thank you. Thank you for imparting your wisdom. Thank you for letting us, hear that beautiful voice of yours. And thank you for letting those up and coming artists know what to look out for. I really appreciate you.
To know the truth, because nobody told me. I'm telling you the truth. That's the way it is.
Thank you.
Do you understand? Great.
The game is still the same, but the people change. That is the way it is. It is. It is.
Yes.
So,
thank you, and great.
So God bless you all, and I hope you have a safe and prosperous, healthy holiday season. This is the season of love, and just bring on your love game. That's all I got to say. Bring on your love game. That's it.
Yes, and it always helps doing that. Just like you said, putting it out in the air, and you see it come back. But you definitely have great great information, and we want to thank you, Ms. Allen, for coming and sharing with us this evening. We will definitely have you back. And with that, no problem. And with that, thank you all listeners for always tuning in with Speak Out Your Issues with me, Show You Right, Nadine and Sabrina. And look forward to you listening to us on Sunday, 6 Eastern Standard Time, via WLMR, DB Radio, tune in. Spreaker, Spotify. We have several different areas of being able to, yes, thank you, to tune in on. And with that, like Miss Donna said, you all have a great evening, great life, great holiday season, and stay safe. Thank you.
Yeah.
Donna, what'd you call me here for?
I just want you to tell me why. What's wrong? What did I do wrong? Just tell me why.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station. WLMR DB Radio.